Many people claim to desire financial freedom, more time, greater choice, and increased control over their lives. Yet, if this aspiration were truly universal, more individuals would be actively pursuing it. The rarity of financial freedom isn't due to a lack of information or resources. Instead, it remains uncommon because of the personal commitment and discipline it requires. Achieving financial independence demands consistent effort, sacrifice, and a willingness to make difficult decisions. While the concept is appealing, the reality is that few are prepared to meet the challenges necessary to attain it. That's what makes financial freedom so exceptional. 1. Freedom requires responsibility. A regular paycheck simplifies life by removing many decisions. It dictates when to show up, how much will be earned, and even defines what success looks like. The structure of traditional employment provides a clear path and a sense of security. In contrast, financial freedom eliminates these boundaries. Suddenly, the responsibility for time, income, and future rests entirely on the individual. There is no manager to provide direction, no set schedule to follow, and no guaranteed paycheck at the end of the week. The safety net that comes with a steady job disappears, replaced by the need for self-discipline and initiative. For many, this level of responsibility can feel far heavier than the routine of a typical 9-to-5 job. The freedom to choose every aspect of one's work and life can be both liberating and daunting. Without external expectations or built-in support systems, the pressure to succeed is self-imposed. This shift requires not only a new mindset, but also the courage to embrace uncertainty and the willingness to be fully accountable for every outcome. 2. Certainty is more comfortable than freedom. Freedom, by its nature, is unpredictable. This unpredictability often leads to anxiety, as the absence of a fixed path can feel unsettling. While a stable routine may seem restrictive, it also offers a sense of comfort and security. There is reassurance in knowing what tomorrow will bring, when income will arrive, and what is expected on a daily basis. These certainties create a foundation that many rely on for peace of mind. Financial freedom, however, replaces this certainty with a world of options. The boundaries that once defined daily life are removed, leaving a landscape filled with choices. With this optionality comes the need for a different kind of confidence, one that is rarely developed within the confines of a predictable routine. Navigating a life without guarantees requires the ability to trust in one's own decisions and to adapt quickly to changing circumstances. For most, this level of self-assurance is unfamiliar and unpracticed, making the transition to true freedom as challenging as it is rewarding. Embracing optionality means embracing the unknown, and that demands a new kind of courage. 3. Freedom exposes identity gaps. Work often provides individuals with a sense of identity. Job titles and professional roles offer convenient answers to the sometimes uncomfortable question, "What do you do?" These labels help define a person's place in society and create a framework for daily life. Schedules and deadlines bring structure, guiding actions and decisions from one day to the next. But when these external markers are removed, deeper questions emerge. Who is someone without a set schedule? Who are they without the pressure of deadlines or the direction of a supervisor? Financial freedom brings these questions to the forefront. Without the familiar routines and expectations of traditional employment, individuals are left to define themselves on their own terms. This process can be both liberating and unsettling. Not everyone is eager to confront the uncertainty that comes with self-definition. The absence of imposed structure requires a willingness to explore personal values, passions, and ambitions. For many, facing these questions is more challenging than simply following a prescribed path. Financial freedom, therefore, is not just about money. It's about discovering and embracing a new sense of self. 4. Most people want relief, not freedom. When people talk about financial freedom, the underlying desire is often for relief. Relief from stress, pressure, and the exhaustion that comes with burnout. The idea of escaping daily worries and obligations is undeniably appealing. However, relief is usually fleeting. It offers a temporary pause, a brief respite from the demands of work and life, but it does not address the root causes of financial strain or dissatisfaction. True freedom, on the other hand, is structural. It is not achieved by simply taking a break or stepping away from work for a few weeks. Instead, it requires a fundamental shift in how money is earned, spent, and perceived. Achieving lasting financial freedom means rethinking habits, priorities, and long-held beliefs about success and security. It involves building systems and making choices that support long-term independence, rather than seeking short-term escapes. This transformation demands intentionality and a willingness to challenge the status quo. Ultimately, financial freedom is about creating a sustainable foundation that allows for genuine autonomy, not just a momentary sense of relief. 5. Freedom requires long-term thinking. Financial freedom is constructed quietly, often unfolding over years rather than days. Progress is gradual, marked by small, consistent actions rather than grand gestures or public recognition. In a culture that celebrates speed and instant gratification, this slow and steady approach can feel out of place. Patience becomes essential as the journey toward independence rarely offers immediate rewards. The discipline to delay gratification, to forego short-term pleasures in favor of long-term goals, is a rare quality in a world designed for quick fixes and constant stimulation. Most individuals do not fail financially because of a lack of ability or opportunity. Instead, the greatest obstacle is distraction. The allure of new trends, the pressure to keep up with others, and the temptation of easy rewards can easily divert attention from the path to lasting security. Staying focused on the bigger picture requires intention and resilience. True financial freedom is achieved not through dramatic leaps, but through the quiet persistence to stay the course, even when progress is invisible and applause is absent. In the end, it is this unwavering commitment that sets successful journeys apart. 6. Freedom means saying no a lot. Freedom is not defined by the ability to say yes to every opportunity or desire. Instead, it is rooted in the confidence to say no. No to lifestyle inflation, no to the pressures of comparison, and no to fleeting pleasures that undermine long-term peace. This form of discipline requires a clear understanding of personal values and priorities. It means resisting the urge to upgrade every aspect of life simply because it is possible, and avoiding the trap of measuring success against others. Choosing long-term well-being over short-term gratification is rarely celebrated in a culture that encourages constant consumption and immediate rewards. The decision to prioritize future security over present indulgence can feel isolating, especially when those around are pursuing the opposite path. Yet it is this very discipline that forms the foundation of true freedom. The ability to make intentional choices, even when they go against the grain, sets individuals apart and paves the way for lasting fulfillment. Ultimately, freedom is less about abundance and more about the strength to protect what matters most. 7. Freedom is boring before it's liberating. The journey toward financial freedom is rarely marked by excitement or dramatic milestones. Instead, it is characterized by repetition, simplicity, and a quiet consistency that often goes unnoticed. The process is unglamorous, involving routine actions such as budgeting, saving, and making prudent financial decisions day after day. This lack of excitement is precisely what makes the approach effective. The power of steady, incremental progress lies in its ability to build lasting results over time. Many individuals abandon the pursuit of financial independence, not because the steps are too difficult, but because the process feels monotonous. The absence of immediate rewards or visible progress can make it tempting to seek out more stimulating alternatives. However, those who persist through the dull moments are the ones who ultimately reap the benefits. The discipline to stick with a proven, if unexciting strategy is what separates success from stagnation. In the end, the quiet, repetitive nature of the path is its greatest strength, providing a reliable foundation for lasting financial security and peace of mind. 8. The truth most people avoid. Financial freedom does not automatically guarantee a better life. Instead, it offers true ownership over one's choices and direction. With this ownership comes a new set of challenges: uncertainty, self-doubt, and the weight of personal responsibility. The absence of external structure means that every decision, from daily routines to long-term goals, must be self-directed. This level of autonomy can be both empowering and intimidating. For many, the appeal of financial freedom is overshadowed by the comfort found in familiar routines and predictable outcomes. The desire for safety and stability often outweighs the allure of independence, even if those routines limit personal growth and potential. The security of a steady paycheck, clear expectations, and established patterns provides reassurance, making it difficult to embrace the unknown. As a result, most people do not truly seek financial freedom. They seek comfort and certainty, even at the expense of time and opportunity. Ultimately, the path to ownership is not for everyone, as it demands a willingness to face discomfort and accept full accountability for life's direction. For those willing to exchange certainty for control, short-term comfort for long-term autonomy, and external structure for self-trust, financial freedom becomes attainable. This path is not defined by ease or simplicity, but by a readiness to embrace responsibility and make intentional choices. The journey requires letting go of familiar comforts and stepping into a space where decisions are self-directed. Financial freedom is achieved not because the process is effortless, but because there is a genuine commitment to owning each choice and shaping one's own future. In this way, autonomy becomes both the challenge and the reward. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more on modern freedom, money, and intentional living.